I, 33M, overheard my girlfriend, 28F, roasting me to her best friend, 27M. It was brutal. I've been with my girlfriend, Jenna, for a little over 2 years. I'm a veterinarian, and we met when she brought her dog in to my clinic. She just moved to town and needed to get her dog's ear checked. What should have been a quick appointment turned into a full hour of conversation, and I couldn't stop smiling the whole time. I've never been so taken with someone before. Before Jenna, I was living the typical bachelor life, doing nothing but casual hookups. It was fun at first, but eventually, I got tired of the emptiness that came with it. I was starting to think I'd just stay single forever. Jenna is outgoing, friendly, and has a ton of friends. One of her best friends, Dylan, is a guy she grew up with. I trust her, but I won't lie, his friendship does make me uneasy. I don't argue with her about it, though. She's always reassured me that they've never had anything romantic, and I believe her. But let's be real, there's a part of me that wonders. He's visited us a few times, and while I get along with him, he's not exactly my biggest fan. Jenna says he's just protective of her, but honestly, it feels more like jealousy. Jenna finished grad school this spring, but finding a job has been tough for her. We've been living together for a year, and I've been patient with the whole financial situation. She hasn't been able to contribute much to the bills, but I don't mind because I'm in a good place financially. Still, I've told her that once she gets a job, I think it's only fair that she starts paying her share. No pressure, just when she's ready. This past Monday, she texted me to tell me she finally landed a job one she really wanted and had worked hard to get. I was thrilled for her. To celebrate, I decided to leave work early, grab her favorite drinks, some Chinese takeout, and a necklace I knew she'd love. It's not super expensive, but she's obsessed with sharks, and the necklace had a little shark on it. I'd been hiding it for a few weeks, waiting for the right moment. When I got home, I decided to sneak through the side entrance to grab the necklace from the basement and surprise her. But as I was coming up the stairs, I heard her on the phone. Normally, I wouldn't listen in, but I heard her laughing loud, belly laughs. It was so genuine that I figured I'd wait until she was off the phone to surprise her. She was talking to Dylan, and I've heard them chat a million times. But then, I started to hear what they were laughing about, and my stomach sank. They were making fun of me. Not just in a light-hearted way, but in a cruel, brutal way. She started talking about how I couldn't measure up to her ex, saying things like, he had at least 3 inches more than him, and it's like eating a baby carrot when I'm with him, must be traumatic for him to watch. She kept going, laughing about how it was cute if it wasn't so bad. It didn't even matter that what she said wasn't true. That just made it worse. I'm not a giant, but I'm also not something to be embarrassed about. I've always been fine with myself. But to hear her mocking me like that, especially to someone I wasn't exactly sure I trusted? It cut deep. Then she made a joke about how I'm gorgeous but not very smart. I'm actually educated and know I'm not dumb, but the fact that she would belittle me like that was a punch to the gut. I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't even make it inside. I threw the flowers in the car out the window. Yes, I cried in a parking lot. I think she heard me leave because she started texting me asking where I was. I didn't respond. That was Monday, and I haven't brought it up to her since. I'm still trying to process everything. It's so embarrassing, and it's hurtful in a way I didn't expect. But I love her, and I'm not sure if I can forgive her for this. I've been debating how to talk to her about it. I know I need to, but I'm not sure how. Any advice? It's really messed with my head, and I feel like a fool. Update: after talking to my friends and family, I realized I couldn't let this go. On Thursday night, I ended it with Jenna. The conversation was hard, but I had to do it. Things got ugly on her side. She had a lot to say, but it didn't change my mind. I thought about just packing up her things and leaving without saying anything, but we'd been together for over 2 years. I wanted to hear her out, even if it didn't change my decision. We met in a public place, so she couldn't turn this into some kind of drama and blame me for everything. I didn't trust her anymore, and I didn't want any lies about what went down. She knew what she did, and I wasn't going to sit through more of it. I took Jenna to a wine bar downtown, one of those places with the little booths and half curtains. She'd been acting extra sweet since Monday, which made me think one of three things: either she felt guilty for what she said, she thought I might have overheard, or she had no clue why I was acting distant. She dressed up nice, and I'll admit, she looked great, despite everything. She was affectionate, kept talking about all the things she wanted to do later, stuff I usually would have loved to hear, but not this time. Given what had happened, it felt weird. I had everything planned out, and I'd gone over what I wanted to say 1,000 times. As soon as we sat down and got our wine, I started. I can't remember the exact words, adrenaline was pumping so much it's a blur. I told her how much I loved her, how I've never felt this way about anyone, how I opened up to her and trusted her. I told her she was the only person I ever saw myself marrying, that I'd actually gone shopping for a ring. I didn't mention that I already had it, or how I had imagined starting a family with her. She kept interrupting, saying "ah" or "I love you" in between. But I wasn't there for that. I finally looked her in the eyes and asked her why, if she really loved me, she made fun of me to Dylan. That was the moment I could see her face change. She denied it at first, played it off like I was crazy, and acted like I didn't know what I was talking about. I told her that I heard her on Monday, that I was there and heard every word. That's when she started to lie and said she never made fun of me. She claimed she'd never talk bad about me, especially to Dylan. I didn't lose my cool, but it was hard not to. I told her she was lying, that what she said was unforgivable, and I couldn't understand why she'd say those things. The more I pressed, the more she denied. She kept saying how much she loved me, how our sex life was great, how she'd never complain about me. If I hadn't heard it myself, I might have believed her, but I wasn't stupid. She acted like she was the best actress on the planet. Some of you asked if I was sure she was talking about me, and I'm 100% sure. When she was talking about her ex and comparing him to me, she said my name. She knew exactly what she was doing, and she lied to my face. I told her I would drive us home, and she could grab what she needed. My brother and his girlfriend would be there too. I wanted there to be people around, just to make sure things stayed civil. I wasn't about to do anything aggressive, but I wanted her out. I told her I'd pack her stuff up and leave it out for her. She was shocked that I was actually breaking up with her. She begged me to reconsider, but my mind was made up. It was hard to hold back the tears when she said she thought we'd be together forever and that she had planned to be the mother of my kids. I'd been there for her, and now she was begging for another chance. But I wasn't going to forgive her this time. I own my house, and she's never contributed to rent or utilities, so I wasn't about to feel bad about asking her to leave. She kept asking where she was supposed to go, but I told her it wasn't my problem anymore. She could stay with her friends until she found a place. The house and everything in it were mine. She only had her clothes and a few personal items. She'd redecorated a bit, but it was all on my dime. She started crying, telling me I was a jerk, but I told her if I was a jerk, it was because I didn't kick her out without warning. I didn't just throw her stuff on the lawn, I gave her a chance to get her things. Then the emotional manipulation started. She finally admitted to saying those things to Dylan, but she tried to justify it, saying Dylan helped her laugh about stuff that made her cry. I told her if that's her best self, then I wanted no part of it. It was petty, and I snapped. I told her she could go back to her ex or to Dylan, but I was done. That's when she completely flipped. She started calling me an asshole, saying I didn't know how to treat a woman, that I was a loser, and that she never loved me the way she said she did. She said she stayed with me out of pity, but she never wanted to be with me long term. She kept trashing me, bringing up my size again. I just let her talk. She made it clear what she thought of me. I told her it was better to die alone than with someone like her. The scream she let out was something else, just this long, loud, gut-wrenching scream. It was almost terrifying. Then she ran out of the bar, calling me a disgusting pig. I paid the bill, apologized to the waiter, and left. Jenna was standing outside, crying. I didn't want to leave her on the sidewalk, especially since it was cold, so I offered her a ride back to my house to get her stuff. We didn't speak on the drive, and it was the most awkward ride of my life. At the house, my brother and his girlfriend were there. My brother stayed outside with me while Jenna packed up her stuff. She called a friend to come pick her up. I got the key back from her before she left, and I didn't hear from her until the next morning. The texts were all over the place, some apologetic, some angry, some just hateful. I didn't respond. Later that day, I sent her a message letting her know her things were outside. When I got home that night, the house was destroyed. She somehow got in, smashed stuff, ripped up furniture, clogged sinks, and trashed the kitchen. She had my SUV key too, and she ruined the inside of the car, dumping flour and tomato soup everywhere. It was childish, it was petty, and it was the final straw. Last weekend, we were out having fun. This weekend, my life was destroyed. It's wild how fast things can change. So, it wasn't my proudest moment, but I was so furious that I hopped onto Costco's instant delivery and ordered 25-pound bags of baby carrots, 25 pounds of them, mind you. I had 100 pounds of baby carrots shipped to Jenna's friend's house, all addressed to her. They deliver within an hour. I got a whole lot of texts from her that night, and yeah, it was petty. But the only thing I regret is the wasted food. Maybe she'll donate them or at least cook with them. Anyway, that's done. I blocked her last night after the nasty texts kept coming. I'm feeling pretty drained right now, and I've cried more in the past couple of days than I have in a long time. But deep down, I know I made the right choice. Jenna's not emotionally mature or stable. She's cruel, and I know I deserve better than that. Since Monday, I've been reflecting a lot on myself and what kind of partner I've been. I've been trying to figure out what could have led to her feeling the way she did. I'm going to be real with you. I work a lot. I try to balance it with the people I care about, and I don't bring work home too often, but sometimes I do. Jenna and I have fought about it before. I've tried to pace my days, make sure I'm home at a decent time, and leave work at the office. But anyone who works as a vet knows the deal, you're always on call. Sometimes, we have patients that need monitoring or emergencies that happen outside regular hours. Time off is hard to come by. It's doable, but it's a challenge. I'm sure there were times when Jenna felt second to my job, and I know she's mentioned it before. I've made changes, but there's only so much I can do. I've never been outright mean to Jenna. I've had bad days where I've been grumpy or distracted. We've had our share of disagreements, but nothing too serious or unhealthy. I thought we were solid, and I thought we were both happy. I was. But now, I can't help but wonder if I let her down somehow. Did I neglect her? Was I that bad of a partner that she felt like she had to act out in such a cruel way? I don't know, but one thing I do know for sure is that the way she put me down, the way she acted when I broke up with her, was totally out of line. I didn't deserve that. That's on her, not me. Thanks to everyone who supported me on Reddit. Your kind words have meant a lot. I'm just ready to move forward and find someone who will appreciate me and my baby carrot. TLDR, I broke up with Jenna on Thursday. She got nasty, destroyed my house, car, and more. It's over now, and I blocked her from everything. I also sent 100 pounds of baby carrots to her friend's house in a fit of anger. Edit, I filed a police report and took pictures of the damage. Hopefully, the insurance will help cover some of the costs. As far as the police report goes, I'm not sure it'll lead to anything, since I can't prove she did it. Same with taking her to small claims court, I'd rather not deal with her anymore. I'm hoping insurance can take care of it, and I'm just ready to move on with my life.